What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Team Fish Knuckles YouTube channel. Today is another episode of the PTCGO Tournament Series. It's round number 3, and we're playing a Dragon Psychic Water. We won the coin flip, so we are going first, but we are playing the Raikou Eelektrik deck. Now, round number 1, we did beat the Trevenant deck. Round number 2, we beat the Mirror Match, and this round, I am not sure what we are playing against, but we started Toad, a Lightning, a Rough Sea, so I'll most likely just Sycamore. Discard our hand, draw 7 cards, and okay, there's a DCE, some Flowstone, so it might be a Seismitoad Giratina deck. Alright, so getting a new hand of 7, and there's a Pokemon coming to the active. And let's see, yes, we'll draw one for the mulligan, and there is an in, alright, and there's a Jirachi start for my opponent, which is fantastic. Okay, so is Mewtwo useful? That's the main question. I don't think so. I don't think Mewtwo is that very useful in this matchup. So I'm going to put a Lightning in the active, put down the Rough Seas, and I'm going to Sycamore, discard our hand, draw 7 new cards. I don't want to play an in because I don't know what's in their hand. We find a Dynamo. We will via Seeker for an in, and what I'm going to do is Floatstone the active, so that way they can't Headringer. The Sidestar has free treat, which is fantastic, and we're just going to pass to our opponent's turn. Next turn, we can get a Quake Punch. We have a DC, we have a Lightning, we're good to go. And if they license up the Dynamo, that's when we'll be in trouble. So a Crush Hammer. Head to discard the Lightning off the active. Hooper coming down using that Scoundrelling search for 3 EX Pokemon. And I really do think we're playing against a Seismitoad Giratina deck. So Hoopa gonna search for 3 EX Pokemon, which this matchup isn't too bad. We do have our own Seismitoad start Quake Punch as well. And while we're doing that, we can power up our Raikous on the bench, which is fantastic. So see Hoopa use the Scoundrelling. Gonna search for 3 new EX Pokemon, but if they cannot find a way to retreat this Jirachi, we can Quake Punch, it gets stuck in the active spot, and then we'll probably play an in, putting down the Eelektrik. Now, the weird thing about like the Seismitoad Mirror Match is our opponent can Life Center up our Eelektriks and get them stuck in the active spot, which is never good. Like that's what we don't want to happen. But a Seismitoad coming down to the field. A Giratina coming down as well. A Computer Search, going to discard 2 cards from their hand. Discard a Headringer. See, if we'd not Floatstone the active, he could have Headringer us, get it stuck in the active spot. Going to put a card into their hand, and I doubt they'll wait says Rosic on it, and they're going to play a Sycamore. So we are going to get the turn 1 Quake Punch, which is fantastic. So 7 new cards going into their hand, and let's see what does our opponent get here. Now, the downside of this deck is my opponent probably plays like Crush Hammer, Zerosic. I mean, we've already seen Crush Hammer, so they probably play Zerosic. We know they play Team Frogger. We saw that as well. But there's a DC going on the Toad and a pass onto our turn. All right, so we get Eelektross. So we'll put a DC in the active, put down an Eel, and we will play an in to get a new hand of 6. And hopefully we can find some more Dynamos. A Raikou would be fantastic. All right, there's a Dynamo. We'll put down the active. We will via Seeker for an in, just put it back on our hand, just in case our opponent does decide to go for Quake Punch, and we'll just Quake Punch for 30 damage. Alright, now opponent might have to waste a DC on their Jirachi to retreat it, so they cannot put a Flust on it, so they have to find one of the 3 DCs left. They cannot double Dragon the Jirachi, because he is not a Dragon type, of course. Alright, so there's a DC actually going down to Giratina and just pass onto our turn, so we get a Dynamo, we'll put down the Eelektrik. Put down the Dynamo, and we will in again. I know that seems very weird, but I'd rather in, get a new hand of 6, and we do find a Raikou. So what we're going to do is we're going to put down the Raikou, double Dynamotor. So yeah, we'll Dynamotor number 1 onto the Raikou, Dynamotor number 2 onto the Raikou, and this Raikou is going to get powered up slowly but surely. We'll Dynamotor number 2 onto the Raikou. Fighting Fear Belt, and we will Quake Punch once again for 30 damage. And of course, we're going to VS Seeker for in, just put it back into our hand. And yep, let's just Quake Punch, and hopefully they do not have way to retreat this Jirachi, and we can take a free 2 prize cards. Now he can AZ this up, he can Cassius, he can DCE retreat, but only has 2 DCs left in his hand, or in his deck overall. So let's see what's going to happen. What does our opponent have, and do we get to keep, like, do we get free 2 prize cards or not? That's going to be the big question. Now, what's going to happen is he can swing a Giratina the next turn, use Chaos Will for 100, and if he does transition into that, I'm definitely going to start attacking with Raikou. That's the plan afterwards. Hopefully find one more Lightning Energy, and there's an in. So far, no AZ, no Cassius, so that's out of the question. He has to find a DC to retreat this Jirachi, and there's a Lightning Energy and Ultra Ball. Alright, so this is a great hand. We actually have an AZ as well. There's a Double Dragon going down to Giratina, and onto our turn, we get a DCE. Alright, so Okay, so I'm gonna put a light energy on the Raikou. And I think right now we are just gonna go for Quake Punch. Yeah, I'm fine with keeping this hand. I'm just gonna Quake Punch for a knockout, going down to 4 prize cards. Alrighty, so let's get this 2 prize cards, 1 and 2. We get a Ultra Ball and a Floatstone. Alright. So in my opponent's turn, probably gonna send up the Giratina, go for Chaos Wheel for 100. But like I said, I'm definitely gonna send Raikou up to the Act spot. And can we take a knockout? Right now we are doing 120 damage. With 20, 130, 150, 170. We need 3 more energies on our Raikou, which is possible. Like, don't get me wrong, that is possible to do. We can discard 2 Lightnings, double Dynamo Motor, retreat, and attach, and we can get a knockout that way, which would be fantastic. If we do that, then we... Wait, no, hold on. Do we... No, we do... We need more than that. 20, 40, 60... No. Yeah. We get 3 Lightnings, we take a knockout this turn. So there is a DCE. Okay. So we're gonna Rough Seas. Part of me wants to AZ the Toad and then retreat it. Or... okay, so what I'm going to do is Computer Search. I don't want to do this. For Computer Search, discard AZ. And these Ultra Ball. Okay. We'll grab a Lightning... Oh, we're going to grab Compressor. Duh. Yeah, we're going to grab Compressor. Now, that's the better play for sure. I don't know what I was thinking. And we're going to discard 2... No, we're going to discard 3 Lightnings. We're going to Ultra Ball, discard the Floatstone and DCE to find another Eelektrik. Okay, so find another Eelektrik. We'll put that guy down. We will Compressor for 3 Lightnings. Okay, so let me make sure I get these. 1, 2, and 3. Okay. So let's see, 110, 120, 40, 60, 80. So we'll triple Dynamo Motor to the Raikou, and we will take a knockout this turn. Alright, so unless I did the math right, 110, 130, 150, and 170, plus the Fighting Pro is 180. Alright, so we'll take a knockout. The question is, I think I want to put a DC on an Electric, and, oh, we already attached for turn. So yeah, I think I'm just gonna retreat and take a knockout. Do we dig for a Lysander is my question. I don't think so. I think I'd rather just do Thunderlance for knockouts. Okay, so yeah, Thunderlance for knockout. I'm doing 180, and let's see, can opponent play multiple Crush Hammers to discard the energies off the actives of Fighting for any colors? He's most likely going to decide to EX up, but he'll need like Team Flare Gun and a Crushing Hammer. If he does not hit both of those, Enhanced Hammer, discarding DC off the bench. Don't care about that too much. A Giratina, Double Dragon, and can my opponent make the amazing comeback or not? Via Secret Fort in, and he has to find multiple Crushing Hammers right now, or fighting to be able to keep that Seismitoad EX alive. So let's see, what 2 cards do we get? There's a Hex Maniac and an Ultra Ball and a Victory. So we'll take round number 1. Like always, this is best 2 out of 3. We would have knocked out the Seismitoad, and we'll see what happens in game number 2. Alright, so let's click here, go press Raikou again, and let's see what's going to happen. He says, I'll go first, and I'll say, sounds good. I mean, I'm just excited that we started with our only Seismitoad, of course. Like, that's fantastic. Alright, so loading to the game, can we start with the Seismitoad again? Hopefully not, because he does play those Headringers. So yes, we'll go ahead like always. We won the coin flip, but we are going to opt to go second. No, I would not like to go first. Like always, this is best 2 out of 3, and the loser gets to decide what they want to do. So right now, we have triple Dynamo. Alright, but besides that, we don't have anything really too much. Put down another Dynamo, put down another Dynamo, and we'll press done. Now, what we could do is Thunder Wave. Possible, right? Thunder Wave, paralyze it, do 10 damage, and there's a good old Seismitoad EX. Alright, guys, let's see what's going to happen. I got an Ole Miss Cup, too. Alright, so DC to deactivate, we see Hoopa going to use that Scoundrel and search for 3 EX Pokemon. Alright, so a Quake Punch is going to happen next turn. They will Quake Punch for 30, which is not good. That is very scary. We have no way to disrupt that DCE, and there's a Keldale and a Jirachi coming out for my opponent. Now, luckily, it does not look like they are playing a Garbodor version. So, Keldale, Giratina, Jirachi going to use the Stellar Guidance, and does he go for Getsus? Getsus could be terrible. They're not too terrible. Like, he'll just shuffle in the Evosoda and Via Seeker. But let's see, does he go for Getsus? Getsus makes you where we shuffle all of our item cards back into the deck, and he draws for each one. He'll only draw 2, but nope. Gonna go for Course instead. Gonna shuffle and get 6 new cards. Alright. But does he find a Flowstone for that Keldeo is the real question. If he does not, well, then we can maybe Lysander or Star Hoopa later on. There's a Hypnotoxic Laser, so he does play lasers, alright. Does he have a Verbic though? That's the next question. So Tails, we are not asleep, and just pass on to Poison. Alright, so Poison pass onto our turn. Okay. So I'm gonna AZ pick up the Dynamo, kind of just like negate that Hypnotoxic Laser. We'll send a Dynamo via Seeker for an AZ. We'll put a Lightning Energy on the active, and we will go for a Thunder Wave. If we flip heads, we paralyze our active. So let's see what happens. Come on, Thunder Wave, and heads. Alright, so we paralyze Dynamo. We paralyze Seismitoad, which is fantastic. Alright, so Seismitoad being paralyzed, but if he finds a Flowstone, he can rush and retreat, and then Quake Punch for 30 damage, and this was all for nothing. So Ultra Ball, go discard 2 cards from his hand, and time to see, does he play, discards double Headringer for a Shaman. Alright, so the good thing about opponent's side of the field is he has 2 EXs that we can knock out fairly easily, like Jirachi and Shaman are going to be 2 easy knockouts. So Hypnotoxic Laser again and a Shaman set up for 4 new cards. Does our opponent find a Flowstone or not? There's a DC coming out of Giratina. He could have put a DC on the Keldeo to rush in and retreat automatically, but he is going to Sycamore, discard his hand, draw 7 new cards, and does he find a Flowstone or not? There's a Crush Hammer for the active, okay. Heads, that Lightning will be discarded, and a Fighting Field going to the active, but he does not find a, okay. So guys, we got a top deck here. So heads, we wake up. On our turn, we get a VS Seeker. Alright, so that's not good. Alright, so we'll Evosoda for an Eelektrik. We'll put it on the Dynamo. So what we're going to do is Dynamotor. I know this is going to be really strange. So we're going to Dynamotor to a Dynamo. Okay. We are then going to AZ up the active Dynamo. Okay. Present this Dynamo. Put a DCE via Seeker for an AZ. Put the Dynamo back down, and we'll go for another Thunder Wave. And can we flip a heads or not? Come on, Thunder Wave. And 2 for 2. We'll take that all day. Alright, so we basically made him waste 2 Hypnotoxic Lasers. And will he waste a DCE now on this Keldeo to give that free treat? And a Super Scoop of guys, Tails. Okay, alright, so Fighting Field going down to the Giratina. Hypnotoxic Laser, that will be his 3rd one. Heads, we will go Night. And a Sycamore. Alright, do they find a DC? They had an AZ, but obviously they do not want to play that. And do they find a Flowstone or not? Or DC? Another Super Scoop, and it's heads. So they will pick up the Seismitoad, sit in the Giratina, and they'll go for a Chaos Wheel for a knockout. Alright, so that's not too bad though. So Crushing Hammer. Tails, okay. Seismitoad coming back to the field. Fighting Field going to Toad. And we'll see a Chaos Wheel for a knockout. Alright, so, why is this, okay, that's, I guess that's, I don't remember the animation, I guess because we're asleep, maybe, I don't know why it was like that. So, on to our turn, we get a, not good. Alright, so, I think what I'm going to do is Dynamotor, a Lightning onto our Eelektrik, and, pass, because that's all we really have. So, yep, we'll pass onto our opponent's turn. Okay, alright, so, we're looking a little rough, I'm not gonna lie to you, but maybe we'll be able to pull this off. At least he's not, okay, there's an Enhanced Hammer, that's not good. Okay, so Chaos Wheel for the knockout. Moment of truth, guys. Do we top deck an Ultra Ball, a Sycamore, in? Oh, yes! Alright, so Ultra Ball, discard 1 to 2. We'll grab a Shaman. Alright, so we're good to go. We are finally ready to go. We'll put down Shaman. And my opponent has used so many resources. Alright, so a Shaman set up for 6 new cards. We find a Raikou. Alright, so we're good to go. We'll put down a Raikou. Lightning, and a Sycamore. Discard our hand. Draw 7 new cards. And there's a Hex Maniac. Okay. So we'll Dynamotor, put a Lightning Energy on the Raikou. We will put a, can't put Fighting Field because we're under Chaos Wheel. We'll put double Dynamotor back into our hand. And we will just pass onto our opponent's turn. Now they will take a knockout, but we can start Thunder Lancer for 90 damage, which is, no, we can't. We have to find a Lightning Energy. Alright, so, I think next turn we just second more, like just discard a hand, draw 70 cards. Like, oh man, my green screen, I can see in the corner. Can you see it? Oh, there it is. Oh, come back. Alright, so DC going to Seismitoad. So now we should be able to make a comeback. So VS Seeker, 4 colors, gonna shuffle and get 8 cards. But how many VS Seekers have they played? They played, okay, just one. 2 Crush Hammers, 1 Enhanced Hammer, Crush Hammer, Tails, okay, alright, good. And a Chaos Wolf for a knockout. But hopefully, if we find a Lightning Energy, we can hit this guy for 110 damage, and he cannot knock us out automatically. Alright, guys, we gotta believe. And there's our, okay. So I'm gonna Chorus, okay? I don't want a Sycamore because we're discarding a lot of resources. We just gotta find... Okay, we don't find one. So put down Dynamo, Ultra Ball, discard 1 and 2 to grab another Dynamo. We will put that guy down. We will VS Seeker for a Course, and then VS Seeker for a Sycamore. Alright, so put these 2 cards in our hand, and we will pass on to our opponent's turn. Luckily, they can only do 90 damage, so they're not taking knockout automatically. And next turn, we could put down double Eelektrik, would be fantastic. Alright, so see what happens. I mean, like I said earlier, we do have free 2 price cards on this Jirachi and the Shaman. We did discard a Lysander, okay? So Flowstone going down to the Keldeo to get that free Russian and Retreat. Hypnotoxic Laser, it tells we are not asleep. And will he rush? Oh, he puts a DC on Shaman. I doubt he'll Sky Return. That seems very risky. So, of course, gonna shuffle, get 9 new cards. And does he find a Verbeek City Gem? A Verbeek City Gem would still... 9 to... Oh, it actually would take a knockout if he finds one. Yeah, because 110 minus 20, 90, plus the poison Verbeek Laser. So we'll see a Russian and probably send the Shaman. Looks like... Oh, no, gonna send the Toad, which I'm fine with this. Quake and Punch is a lot better. Alright, so poison, because if we find a Rough Seas, we can heal that 30 damage off. So there's an Eelektrik, we'll put that down, and we will course for 9 new cards. Come on, give me a DC, give me a Lightning, and there's some Rough Seas as well. Alright, so put down Eelektrik. We'll put a Light Energy on the active. Rough Seas, healing that damage off the Raikou. Dynamotor number 1 onto the Raikou. I mean, we could put down Mewtwo and X-Ball. That's definitely a very scary play for opponent. But I think right now we're just going to Thunder Lance for 110. Alright, he can heal, bring it up to 140. But if we find a Lightning Energy, we still can't take a knockout. Alright, so Rough Seas healing the damage off the active. But I mean, he's essentially really not doing anything with this Quake and Punch. He's doing like 20 damage. We don't care about that. Chaos Will is a scary attack for sure. So a Double Dragon going down to Giratina. Oh my goodness. I mean, if he takes a knockout with this Giratina, this Mewtwo could like destroy my opponent. So VS Seeker for course, we're going to get 9 new cards. Is that his 3rd VS Seeker? Yeah, it is their 3rd VS Seeker. Alright. And I'm fine with this. They're going to get a new hand of 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Alright, so Verbeek City Gem coming down, so they will take a knockout this turn. But I think the play... Okay, so they're Chaos Will, right? They're going to do 90 damage, take a knockout. But what I'm going to do... I'm going to set up Raikou, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Alright, so we're going to put Mewtwo down. Dynamotor number 1. Okay. Dynamotor number 2. And we're going to end our opponent down to 2 cards. And we are going to X-Ball for a ton of damage. So we're going to end, put him down to 2. We get 6 new cards, which is fantastic. Alright, there's a Lightning Energy, DCE, and a Chorus. Alright, so what we're going to do is we're going to treat the Raikou into the Mewtwo, Lightning Energy the active, and we will X-Ball for a ton of damage. Alright, there we go. Alright, so X-Ball for 160. Okay, alright. And do they find a Lysander? If they do, they're going to Lysander Shape and take a knockout. Whatever. I guess we could have Sky Return for an Eelektrik, and there's a Getsus. They're only going to get 1 card. Alright, and that is not a knockout yet. So Russian, and they will retreat back into the Toad, most likely. Alright, so here comes Seismitoad. Quake and Punch. Okay, so 40 damage. On our turn, what do we find? We find a Battle Cruiser. Alrighty. Let's see. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. So what I'm going to do is I'm definitely going to Dynamotor onto this Raikou. So Dynamotor number 1. Dynamotor number 2. Okay. Put a DC on the active and Colress, okay? And what I'm gonna do is actually retreat. I do not want to attack with a Mewtwo right now. There's a Rough Seas, okay, so we're gonna retreat. Discard both the DCs to Raikou, so we'll discard 1 and 2. Press done. And we will just Thunder Lance. I mean, he's out of lasers. He's played all 4 of them, so poison does not matter anymore. So that Seismitoad has 30 HP left. So let's see what happens. At any moment, my opponent finds a Life Center, though, and they find a computer search for a Life Center, and they win this game. Unfortunately, no, we almost made the comeback. All right, so they're gonna grab a Life Center, bring up the shame, and take a knockout. We should have Sky Return. Like at any moment, we should have Sky Return, and we would have been okay. I don't know why I didn't do that. Okay. On to game number 3. I mean, that was a terrible start, and we almost made a comeback of the century. Alright, so I'll go first. Alright. So, man, I guess we should maybe end him. I mean, he top decked the computer search, like, most likely. He did not have that in his hand last turn, or he would have played it. I mean, he already played Gatsa, so he might have had it, actually. So, game number 2. We'll see what happens. Game number 3, sorry. So let's see what happens, guys. Can we win this or not? Hopefully we have a better start than last game. That was pretty bad, and we almost still made a comeback. All right, so let's see what happens. We'll call heads like always, and we won the coin pool, which is fantastic. So yes, I would like to go first. Okay, guys, good luck. Let's see what's going to happen. Can we go 3-0 or not? And we start with the Seismitoad EX himself. All right, so press done. We got a Fighting Fury as well, and they have a Mulligan, which is fantastic. But right now, our hand is not the best. We have a course and nothing else, really. We get double Mulligan draw. All right, so 2 Mulligans. I wonder if they... Okay, they do play Verbic City Gym. What I'm talking about, I definitely saw Verbic City Gym. All right, so put a Pokemon in the act spot. Good luck, and let's see what's going to happen. We will draw. Yes, we will double draw. There's a Sycamore. Okay, so it's Side's turn. Someone put Fighting Fury, Rough Seas, DCE, and Sycamore. Discard our hand, draw 7 new cards. Alrighty, so we're having a fantastic turn 1. We get a Dynamo, Raikou, Ultra Ball, discard Hex Maniac, and the Fighting Fury for another Dynamo. Alright, so like we're good. We are setting up right now. We'll put down Dynamo, and we will Shaman set up for 5 new cards. Alright, we already have another DC as well. If my opponent does discard the active, we got a Sycamore, a Computer Search. Do we play Computer Search? I think I'm going to hold on to it right now. Yeah, I think I'm just going to pass onto our opponent's turn. Or do we Computer Search? No, I'm going to press done. I think I'm just going to press done. I don't want to discard a Rough Seas or anything because we will get a turn 2 Quake Punch unless our opponent plays a End or Headringer, going to Shaman. That's fine. Don't care about that. Enhanced Timber to the active. Okay. But do they have an End? There's Silent Lab coming down. Giratina. And a Sycamore. Alright, so not an End. So we will get attack off this turn. We can put a DC in the active, put down the Rough Seas, and start Quake Punch. And we'll get the first Quake Punch, which is fantastic. Alright. Alright, but do they find a Fighting Fury is the big question. But next turn, we have a Eelektrik. We can start Dynamotoring. And we should be good to go. Alright, so let's see what's going to happen. Alright, so Quake Punch. No Fighting Fields. Nothing else crazy. No Laser. On our turn, we will put... I'm actually not going to put down the Rough Seas. I'll put a DC in the active. Put down Eel. And we will course for a new hand of 5. Alrighty, so let's see, what do we find? There's a DC. Okay, so we'll Dynamotor number 1 onto the Raikou, and we will go for a Quake Punch for 40 damage. Now, the cool thing about this is we did get the first... we're going to get the Quake Punch with the Fighting Field, so we can do more damage, which is fantastic. And at any moment, we can put down Rough Seas to negate 30 damage while taking a knockout on the active. They can't use Super Scoop Up. There's a Xerosic, but we have another DC in our hand. DC going out of Giratina and a Quake Punch for 30 damage. Alright, so on our turn, we get a Lightning. We'll put a DC in the active. We will Dynamotor onto the Raikou. And we will do another Quake Punch for 30 damage. Alrighty, so the Quake Punch war has started, and we look like we will survive. Now, he does play Team Flurgon as well, which is very, very scary. Because once he plays that, that'd be all of our DCs. We do not have any more left, unfortunately. So, Quake Punch for 30. Alright, on our turn, we get a VS Seeker, so put a Lightning on the active. We'll go for another Quake Punch. And the reason why I put the lightning on the active is my opponent can team Flare Grunt, but then we have another lightning energy. If we top deck one, we'll be good to go. We just gotta worry about a Lysander. Lysander would be the downfall. And another Quake Punch. I know this is exciting, guys. I know this is so much fun. Alright, on our turn, we get it. Raikou. We'll put... do we put Raikou down? No, I'm just going for another Quake Punch. Seems good. And next turn, we'll be able to knock out the Seismitoad if he cannot retreat it. So under our opponent's turn to see what's going to happen. Does he have an AZ? He cannot play Super Scoop Up. There's a Keldeo, so he... Okay, no, just Quake Punch. Alright, so we will survive. And on our turn, we get a Lightning. So we put a Lightning on the Raikou, and we will Quake Punch for a knockout going on 4 prize cards. Alright. Woo! So take 2. There is a Lysander and an N. And what we can do is a Lysander of the Keldeo and get it stuck in the X spot and make him waste a DC to retreat it. Unless he has a double dragon, and he does not. Alright, so on our turn, we get a Mewtwo. So we'll Lysander, bring up the Keldeo, go for Quake Punch for 30 damage. And now the Keldeo is stuck in the X spot. I mean, if we top deck a Lightning, we can retreat and go for Thunderlance for a knockout. A pass onto our turn. Alright, there's a Sycamore. We'll Flowstone the Eel Fighting Fear Belt. I don't know why I didn't play my supporter cards last turn. We'll Via Seeker for a Chorus. And Via Seeker for a Lysander. I should have played this last turn, don't know why I didn't. Alright, so put these 2 cards in our hand, and we'll put down Raikou. This is just in case my opponent does get a Toad Punch next turn down, which is very unlikely, but we just got to prepare ourselves for the most. Put down an Eel. We will Computer Search, discard the Mewtwo, no, discard N and the Tynamo, and hopefully Battle Compressor is in our deck. Alright, Compressor is in our deck, and what we can do is discard a bunch of Lightnings to keep powering this Raikou. So, Compressor, discarding, just 1 Lightning? Oh, that's not good, guys. Alright, so discard Lightning. Super Rod seems pretty useless, and the Eva Soda as well. Maybe not the Eva Soda. I mean, if he Toad Punches us, then that's very bad. But I think discarding these 3 are fine. We go Dynamotor number 1 onto this Raikou. And the unfortunate thing is Raikou cannot one-shot the Giratina like it did last game. So Quake Punch for another 40. I mean, should we have retreated and taken a knockout's my question. So I'm going to draw a card. Okay. I think we should still be okay. I mean, we could have Thunderlance for a knockout last turn, which I think it might have been the play, but I think keeping the lock is better. So on our turn, I think, yeah, we'll win on the Rough Seas. Oh no, I didn't mean, oh no. Oh, Rough Seas is terrible. Okay, so, whoops. Alright, so I did not mean to do that. Because now he can start using Rough Seas for his Keldeo. I was like, oh, you don't have Toad down. We're good. He can't heal his Toad. But then I forgot Keldeo's in the X spot. So Rough Seas healing at 30 damage. I pass on our turn. We'll Rough Seas healing our active. I mean, I guess it's not too bad. Now Seismitoad is 9 in knockout range. So Quake Punch again. Alright. So on our opponent's turn, I guess we should have Sycamore try to find a second Flowstone. Hoopa, gonna use Scoundrelling Search for 3 EX Pokemon. But I mean... next turn, we could take a knockoff. He hasn't Rough Seas yet. There's a Drachus, so he will Stellar Guidance for an AZ, most likely. So, Stellar Guidance, okay. Gonna most likely find an AZ. Oh, a Team Flare Gun. Okay, this is fine. Oh, no, it's not fine. We actually don't have any more energies in our deck. Alright, this is terrible, because we have no more energies. Oh, no. Alright, so we'll Rough Seas. And what do we do now, guys? I guess we cried, right? Oh, no. Oh, no. So, we'll Sycamore. I mean, there's no more energies left in our deck, unfortunately. Okay, there's an AZ for next turn, but we can, right now we can't do anything. We'll Via Seeker for a Course. And we'll pass, unfortunately. Oh, no, guys. That's terrible. All right, so he will be able to play all of his cards down this turn. But we should still be okay. I know it's a little bit scary, but we should be fine. There's a Rough Seas hill. Oh, man, guys. It could go downhill. It could go downhill. I thought he was going to grab an AZ, but he grabs a Team Flare Grunt, and now he is free to use all of his item cards. Somebody save me. We prize... I don't know how many Lightnings we prize, but it definitely is multiple Lightning energies. So I think our plan is to AZ, pick up the Seismitoad, put it into our hand, and go for a Thunderlance on this Giratina. So an Ultra Ball, probably going to grab a Seismitoad. Like, they have a ton of item cards in their hand. We're just gonna sit here and cry while we just wait forever, and we just cry, and we just cry, and we just cry. But if he doesn't have a Flowstone, we might be okay, but he most likely will have a Flowstone. A Side Stone come down. Super Scoop up! Heads. Alright, so he will pick up the Keldeo, sit at the Side Stone, and he will go for a Quake Punch for 30 damage. But that's okay. We have an AZ in our hand. So Via Seeker for Team Flare Gun. And I'm fine with this Team Flare Gun, actually. So discard the Lightning, whatever, and a Quake Punch for 30 damage. And what I'm going to do now is just AZ up our good old Side Stone. Send in the Raikou. We need to be extra careful here. So I'm gonna set up the eel with a floatstone. Okay, we're gonna dynamo the lightning onto this eel. Retreat and Thunder Lance. Okay, now the problem is if I put a license at the eel, we lose. Like we can't do anything. We can't pick it up. 140 damage onto our opponent's turn. Let's see what's going to happen. They'll have to play Team Florground and a Crush Hammer. Keldeo coming down. Rough Seas. Okay. Crush Hammer? Heads? Oh no, guys, this is scary. This is very scary now. Another Crush Hammer. Oh, send help, guys. Send help. Okay, who knows that's like laser? Alright, Tails. And a Super Scoop up. Heads. Help me, Lord. Our Keldeo coming up. Okay. Sideswipe coming back down. DCE. Silent Lab. Pass. Via Seeker for Sycamore. Okay. And they're digging for a Flowstone. Oh my goodness. Double Crush Hammer. Oh no. Okay. Alright, so computer search. Gonna grab a Crush Hammer this way. This is not going. Okay, this is going terrible now, guys. We have so many energy sprites. Unfortunately, what is happening? Alright, so Flowstone. The active. Retreat the Toad. And they'll punch for 30 damage plus poison for 40. Alright, so on to our turn. Okay. Alright, we gotta think what we're gonna do. So what I'm gonna do is put down Toad, Dynamotor, number 1, Dynamotor, number 2. This is gonna get really strange, guys. I know this is gonna get strange here in a second. We will retreat into the Toad, and we will now go for a Quake Punch. Okay. Alright, so alright, there we go. So my opponent's turn. They cannot light. Okay, so Quake Punch for 30, whatever. On our turn, we will Quake Punch. Okay, what we have to worry about is Double Dragon. So we'll Quake Punch for 30, and we gotta make sure we don't deck out. We have 5 cards left, so we should be okay. So Quake Punch for 30. On to our opponent's turn. And what we could do is a Lysander of somebody. He did put down a Salt Lab, so he can't use Rush In. So on our turn, we get a Ultra Ball. We will Quake Punch again. Bring it up to 90. We are getting the first Quake Punch off as well, which is fantastic. Okay. Does he find a Double Dragon for next turn? So Quake Punch for 30. Alrighty. On to our turn. We will do another Quake Punch for 30. Wait, can we Dynamotor? We can. Ooh, yeah, let's start Dynamotoring. Because he's going to be soon to start attacking. He's going to be forced to start using Giratina the next turn. So we'll go for another Quake Punch. Alright, so on to his turn. He has 2 more turns for the side, so it gets knocked out. Alrighty. Does he find a Lysander? So another Quake Punch, okay. On our turn, we get a Sycamore, so we'll go for another Quake Punch for 30. And does he have a... I mean, he actually can't retreat the Toad either, so the Toad is stuck in the Axe spot, which is fantastic. Okay, alright. So, okay, so we actually have game on board, which is very strange to say. So on our turn, we get Ultra Ball. We know the last card in our deck is a Lysander, right? Because we put it back into our deck. So we're going to Quake Punch for a knockout. Okay, so Quake Punch for a knockout. If he takes a knockout with Giratina, we get a Lysander of Shame and take a knockout. Okay, so Lightning. Okay, so there's 2 Lightning energies. We know there's in the prize cards. Here comes Keldeo. On to our opponent's turn. Let's see what will happen. I mean, we can Ultra Ball, discard a Lightning something. Lysander, the Drachi, Giratina coming down. And we know the last card in our deck is a Light. Okay, so an In. Unfortunately, it has come down into the field, which is... It's not bad, but it's not good either. All right, so we're getting 2 cards. Is all. I mean, hopefully it's all some energies. All right, so Ultra Ball and Electric, and I guess we'll just keep on quick punching. So here comes. Okay, Giratina will take a knockout this turn. So Chaos will for a knockout. Alrighty, going down to 4 prize cards, but we're definitely sitting with the eel. We're gonna Dynamotor onto this guy, Dynamotor that guy. Okay, there's a Karen. Is Karen really useful? Not right now. No, it's not. Okay, so we'll Dynamotor onto the eel. Dynamotor onto. Oh, we actually can't Dynamotor. Oh no, this Dynamotor. There we go. I know we had a lightning somewhere. Dynamotor this guy. We will retreat and take do a Thunder Lance. Okay, so there we go. Thunder Lance it again. So 120 onto our opponent's turn. Alright, all we need to do is final Lightsaber to knock out Jirachi. That's the plan. At any moment we can do that. He can't take us out anymore. We have 2 minute light energies. We can retreat, whatever. Alright. Alright, guys. Can we do this or not? How many Super Scoop Ups is down? He's down 2 Super Scoop Ups. Okay, so Crush Hammer. Tails. Alright. That's good. Another Crush Hammer. Heads. Alright, so he will... Oh, an energy off the bench one. Okay. Fighting Field to the active. He still is not taking a knockout. Double Dragon. Okay, Hypnotoxic Laser will take a knockout, unfortunately. So, Tails. We just won. Wait, did we win? Hold on. Let me make sure. No, we need one more light energy. Oh, no. Okay, hold on. No, we have enough now. We're good. We are good. We are going to win this game. We won regardless. Crash and burn. Crash and burn. Do we go for the crash and burn knockout? Let's be cute here. Let's Karen. Do we go for cute or do we make sure we get the guaranteed knockout? I mean, so will Dynamotor number 1. Yeah, this is what we're doing. We're Dynamotor. Yeah, we're going for this play. Dynamotor number 2. Onto this guy. We will Karen. Give me back that Letros. Ultra Ball. Discard a Lightning and Eel. We had the Lightning anyway. We could have won the game, but we're going to go for the Electros knockout. Go for the Crash and Burn and taking a knockout that way. So put down the Electros, and we will take the game, guys, going 2-1 against his Seismitoad Giratina deck. We'll Crash and Burn for 3, 6, 9. There we go. There we go. Take a knockout on the active and win the game, guys. We're currently 3-0 in this tournament series. There is 7 rounds, but right now we're looking fantastic. Can this Raikou deck be stopped or not? That is the real question. But guys, hope you enjoyed this video. Thanks for watching. It was actually only 8 minutes. I mean, we don't shuffle, so it's kind of hard to tell time-wise what's really like in real life. But guys, hope you enjoyed this video. Thanks for watching. Hit that subscribe button, and we'll see you in round number 4 of the PTCGO tournament series. Alrighty, bye. Alright guys, I just want to give a quick shout out to our 3 sponsors, 60 Cards, Yeti Gaming, and the Pokemon Company International. Links to everything will be down below in the description. Thanks for watching. Have a great day. Alrighty.